Hey guys, it's Nian here again, and I am bringing you game number 4 of the ASUS Republic of Gamers finals between SKMC down here in the bottom of GSL Daybreak, and up in the top corner as the blue Terran we have Team Liquid's TaeJa. TaeJa taking games 1 and 2 of this best of 9, with MC taking the last game, and it's going to be important for MC to come back from this because TaeJa only needs 2 more to win, whereas MC needs 3 because it's first to 5 essentially. And first to 5, and it's best of 7, not best of 9. I'm getting confused. So best of 7, not show match, because it's not show match, it's for money. But best of 7, and we've got standard openings out of both players, just training up a ton of workers, pylons, supply depot near gas, reduces time taken to travel all the way to the front and back again, so probably going for quite a fast build. TaeJa probably wants to get this over with quickly and get on to the next tournament, but gateway going down for MC, whereas TaeJa not yet put a barracks down. I think he's about to with this lone SCV. MC goes for the scouts as well, and command center first after TaeJa, placing the command center in a weird place so that MC doesn't know that he's going CC first. Zealot comes out, and MC's probe sees supply depot, and there's the barracks coming out of TaeJa now. CC about a third of the way done, and the return scout for TaeJa. So Zealot now coming out, as well as a cybercore for MC, which will of course allow him to produce zealots, which look as though they're rallied to... yes, they're rallied to over here. MC actually spots the CC and begins attacking the SCV. However, TaeJa brings up some backup, and I think that yes, the CC will finish. MC backs off, and there's a second barracks coming down, so possibly a fast marine build. However, it's hard to tell at this point in time. Orbital command coming down, so presumably some mules will be called down at some point. MC desperately trying to stop the CC from finishing, but to no avail. The CC lifts off and moves out. Bunker coming down, and another probe joins in the fun. And the defensive SCV, and a zealot comes up, so decides to attack. However, 4 more, well, a marine and 2 SCVs are pulled. I think that this early pressure by MC will be thwarted. However, it will lose TaeJa some mining time in the and also workers have been killed. How many have been killed? I think it's 4. No, 2 workers for each. No, sorry, 4 workers for MC. Well, MC's killed 4 workers, and that zealot is going to be taken down. Neither of those marines go down. However, there is a stalker, and that should be able to take down those 4 marines. Now 3 marines, but they managed to bunker up, and that stalker is driven back with almost full hull health. However, another stalker is coming up, so perhaps 2 stalkers pressuring, but the both barracks are producing marines pretty much constantly, and even adding on a 3rd barracks, because why not? MC with an expand at 5 minutes, 6 minutes in the game, so fairly standard at the moment. Both players now going for very heavy macro based builds, so should be a pretty epic game. And strange that we're not seeing any upgrades, building add-ons from TaeJa yet. He's only just claiming his 1st and 2nd gas. Yeah, I think he's claiming one up here, yeah, and one down here. So distributing the gas evenly, so if he gets warp prism dropped, then he'll only lose one gas. But factories, not factories, the barracks are coming along, all producing, and additional 3 gates going on for MC down the line here, fairly out of the way. And there's the pylon going down at the expansion, so he can warp in units at the front if need be. 3 sentries defending the front. They should be able to force field this ramp fairly easily, and then this ramp if he brings in pressure from the 4th. And there is a squadron of marines just making sure that he has map vision, and then the counterpart squadron from MC. Stim now on the way, so he must have got a tech lab. Yes, there's tech lab. Stim started, and all the supply depots are going up around the mineral line, so presumably TaeJa, he just wants to produce a constant stream of marines to make sure that he has full defense. Lone Stalker trying to deny the third, either a third or a scout. Looks as though he's going for the scout down here, or possibly proxy. But will that Stalker manage to catch up with the SCV and kill it off? That's the question. However, if that SCV stops for even a second, that Stalker will be in range. And the second bunker going to go down for TaeJa, just to make sure that the front of his natural is secure. We do have a factory somewhere. The Stalker has actually backed off, leaving TaeJa to do whatever proxy he wants. And another bunker, by the looks of it, going down. Yes, so the front of the natural is going to be fairly well supported, as well as 2 reactors, thus making him able to pump out a hell of a lot of marines at the same time. That's 6 at once, and brings in a probe, puts a proxy pylon down. However, these bunkers should fill up as soon as they complete, and they're almost done. Yes, the bunker's complete, and MC is pushed back slightly. Cancels the pylon because he sees the bunkers and knows that it won't be advantageous if he does it. Probes are pulled because TaeJa thinks that there might be an attack and wants to make sure that those bunkers stay up, because the more those bunkers stay up, the more units he can kill, and the more MC will lose. So at the moment, if we go into units lost, pretty even on the resources front. So TaeJa losing quite a lot of inexpensive units, aka marines, whereas MC has lost a couple of stalkers, I think, lost a few zealots, and zealots are more expensive than marines, as well as stalkers being way more expensive than marines. Comparable to marauders, however, TaeJa hasn't produced any marauders yet. So we've got a lot of gas being mined for MC at the moment. If we look at the income tab, TaeJa's way ahead in minerals, but MC's ahead in gas. However, MC with the sentries looks as though he's going for a more gas heavy army, possibly looking to hold off bio with Templar. However, now getting double upgrades is TaeJa. Yes, TaeJa's getting upgrades predictably, as well as combat shield, allowing his marines a tiny bit more survivability. There is an SCV deciding to go for a bit of a scout around, but it gets one-shotted by a sentry, and you know your units are below 1 health when you get one-shotted by a sentry. So factory coming across, as well as reacted medivacs, and a lot of barracks. 9 barracks again. I think we saw him do this build a little on an earlier game. That command center presumably going to float down to the 3rd at some point when he feels secure enough to take it. But we saw him do 9 racks reactor medivacs earlier, giving him, well, a lot of bio. Basically, if each marine is 1 supply, that's 9 supply per production cycle. And how long does it take? 25. So roughly about 18 supply a minute. I think, is marine 1 or 2 supply? Right, marine's 1 supply, so 18 supply a minute, which is slightly comparable to a Protoss. Oh, there's a bunker at the 4th, so that's going to be denied. However, a pylon at the 3rd, making sure that he can warp in units there to defend, as well as a cannon to spot any potential Banshee. And that probe trying to put a proxy pylon is going to be denied by that marine. And it looks as though there is going to be a drop at some point, because the units have been loaded up. The scouting factory is hovering over the biodome. I wonder if that radar actually does anything. It would be cool if you could garrison some units inside there, take control of the radar, and it acts like a sensor tower and allows you to see where units are on the map. But I think that this drop might very well get denied. Oh, that MC is going to see that bunker. Pylon goes down. He's going to see the drop. And TaeJa knows this. He cancels the pylon, and that probe runs for its little life. Marines stim up, try and take it down. Almost take it down. Will they be able to get it? Probably yes. Marauder gets it. And load up the medevacs again. Or just head on back home, because MC knows that there's a drop coming. Can he see the factory?
Base is under attack.
I don't think he can. No, he didn't see the factory. So, which might be a slight problem, but takes down the bunker, leaving him free to claim a fourth. However, he hasn't yet claimed the third here. So TaeJa claiming the third gives him a massive income boost if we look at the tab. I mean, he's 1,000 minerals better off. Pretty much the same gas at the moment. However, now he's got 2 more reactors, 2 more extractors up. And TaeJa deciding to take down the destructible rocks in the middle of the map. Thus giving him, well, both of them greater mobility, allowing him to bring those units through to this side. I heard something die. I don't know what that was that just died. Oh, he's getting Mobius Reactor. I think that is the upgrade for the Ghost, possibly. It's either the upgrade for the Ghost. Yeah, it's the one for the Ghost, because there's Mobius Reactor, and then there's the one for Medivacs, and then there's the Yamato Reactor thing for the battle cruisers. But TaeJa just going on a supply depot building spree, 5 of them going down at once, which will give him a 40 supply boost. And the third just not going to be possible at the moment up here. However, he decides to expand down here, and the factory spots it, but MC spots the factory, and those 2 sentries will start tickling that factory to death. They've already managed to take off 36 of its health. Yeah, sentries, they're effective at killing things. But in all seriousness, sentries are absolutely awesome if you're going up against a force that can't stomp force fields. So basically, any Terran or Zerg army. I think that Ultralisks might be able to stomp, but and Thors might be able to stomp, but Ultralisks and Thors are rarely seen nowadays. 2 High Templar out because MC knows that there's probably going to be a ball at some time. But just the sheer amount of barracks, is it just a self plural like sheep? Barracks and sheeps. So, but just the sheer number of barracks are going to be spitting out Marines like there's no tomorrow. Though the observer does see all the Marines fully upgrade, or almost fully upgraded. They just need 3 to be fully upgraded, but they've got all the unique upgrades like stim and combat shields. Do Marauders have concussive shells? No concussive shells and Reaper speed, but there's no Reapers. TaeJa taking a 4th. I'm beginning to wonder if TaeJa thinks he's playing Zerg at the moment, because he seems to be expanding a hell of a lot. And then there's, oh, click on the production tab by mistake when trying to box a massive ball of units. Looks as though there are, I think that 70 in Hotkey tab 2 is this mass bio army. Yes it is. And there's some more to pot. Takes out the scouts. Couple of ghosts. Are there any Nope, I don't think there are any nukes. No nukes, and cloaking hasn't been researched yet. So presumably just for snipes and EMPing High Templar. And here's a massive engagement. Do Zealots have charge? Zealots have charge. They can start chewing through that army pretty effectively by themselves, because charge is good against bio. So, however, I think TaeJa is now able to focus off. Tries to wall in with the force fields, but yes, he does manage to get the full wall in. And there's a storm that goes down on that. Will he be able to pull off the how How many more Marines are there? Pulls off a storm on those. Oh, TaeJa missed micros and they go back into the storm, but they do manage to survive. The High Templar just dies, and it looks as though TaeJa's able to hold. More Zealots warping in for MC. Will he be able to chase this army down, or will TaeJa be able to stutter step it away? He might decide to pick it up if they get back into a corner, but those Zealots are going down too quickly. I think TaeJa might have this engagement. More Marines coming in to just clean up the Zealots. And if we go into units lost, MC has killed more than TaeJa, but TaeJa has just outproduced MC so far. Puts a storm down just to deter. And I think that, yep, the snipes are going down on the High Templar. And that one just gives up the ghost. Ha ha ha. Ah, puns. And both ghosts get taken down with their traditionally unstealthy. Though that sounds slightly more like an overlord belching creep. I'm not very good at. MC blinks out the way to allow the Zealots to charge and warp in. Another ghost goes down, and is that 3-3 for MC? Yes, that's 3-3 for MC. However, level 3 for TaeJa also finishing up. I think TaeJa might have to pick up if he wants all these units to survive. However, he is dealing quite large damage. Oh, and there's more Marines reinforcing. Does MC know about this? Finishes off that attack, and TaeJa does back out. However, there is a never-ending stream of just units. I mean, just units everywhere. SCVs going to the 4th, presumably, because the main has mined out pretty much. And I think that thanks to that battle, TaeJa might take this game. However, those medevacs need to stop and heal up these, otherwise they will get chewed up pretty quickly if he decides to engage. If he does engage, this might be a very favourable engagement for SKMC. Archons are now in the mix for some more splash damage, but there are ghosts behind. Will they land decent snipes? Archons have literally, well, barely any shields left, and they have no life anyway. And TaeJa manages to push back this attack. That ghost dies, however, that Archon, 2 shields left. It is pretty much one shot away from permanent death. Though I don't see how death can be anything other than permanent, considering that we're not playing World of Warcraft or any other MMO of your choice, and so there is no resurrection spell. But MC deciding to push in again. Will the Zealots get good charges off? And TaeJa microing perfectly, just keeping the Zealots the perfect distance away from his units, and even with 8 health they are able to survive. Now that is epic micro there. So if we go into the APM tab, an average of about, I don't know, 250, 300. TaeJa currently peaking at around 400. But if we go into the units tab, we can see, oh, TaeJa with a sneaky push up here. Will MC manage to intercept it in time? Could blink under the medevacs. And TaeJa's pushing up into the main. Takes down that. Oh, and that is quite a big Artosis pylon. Manages to take down 3 gateways in pretty much one hit. Those Zealots, they're not going to be enough, even though most of this army is low on health. Those medevacs able to heal it enough. The combat shield providing even more. And also, everyone's on 3-3, so it's equal upgrades. I think TaeJa will take it. Will he be able to get this high? Oh no, that's a Zealot, not a High Templar. I mistook that for a High Templar. But MC needs to rebuild a pylon here to get those 3 gateways up, because without those he is at a severe production disadvantage. I mean, he's still on 10 gateways. There's 11, 12. It'll be more, and there's a pylon, so it's going to be 15 gateways, and then there are 9 barracks, I think, still, unless I've missed some. But pretty even probe count, well, probe worker count. And now back to even incomes, because both players have mined out their main. MC, however, only mining off 2 bases. I think TaeJa's actually now mining off 2 bases as well. Yeah, TaeJa's on 2 bases as well. So income is pretty similar. However, I wonder if TaeJa will decide to expand yet again. and a massive force pushing in for TaeJa at MC's third. I think he will be able to take this game now once that third goes down, which it has done now, and snipes go down on the Archons. Everything's dying. This could not be going more wrong for MC. If TaeJa takes it off if TaeJa takes it off move command now, those probes are just going to roll into a wall of fire. Assimilator goes down, and TaeJa sees that there's barely any army for MC, and MC tries to go out the other way, finds some Marines there, and oh no, MC might have backed himself into a corner. Will he be able to make it up to the main before it gets headed off? And that pylon goes down, one pylon down for MC. TaeJa pretty much maxed against at least 100 supply deficit. However, I just really can't see MC coming back from this. I mean, I've said that before, and there's the GG. MC knows that he's lost. He's left the game. He's down by a deficit of 130 supply. So it now goes on to match point. TaeJa wins the next game. He wins the series and the $13,000 prize for ASUS Republic of Gamers. I've been Nian, and I'll see you in Game 5.